Hi peeps, back to returning and reporting for this week. I have to be honest, I've really actually enjoyed returning. Well, my added in like journal writing every night and trying to do like 5 minutes of reflections about what I'm learning and stuff. I've really enjoyed that because my normal is very much like just letting things slide by, like let it soak in for like hot minute and then move on to the next thing. And I only retain a very like little baby morsels of the thing I was paying attention to. I mean, like self-help books. Anyway, so this last week has been really good. I've been writing things down and I've been listening and reading with my eyeballs. I listened to Own Your Life by DDP, and then I've been reading Positively Unstoppable by him. And one of the things that's just been hitting me over and over again is that thing I said last time, that quote, that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you respond to it. It really hit me the last couple of days because I was thinking about that thing my friend said that really shook me. When I was watching YouTube, there was a video, right? That was like, what is one thing you wish you hadn't heard? And it was this thing my best friend had told me when I was 20. And it's because, get some honesty down in here, my very young childhood, from birth to about 9, I was sexually abused by several people in my life, and people should have known better and should have been my protectors. One in particular, who eventually went to prison for it, and that's a lot of where my insecurities stem from, because it wasn't just sexual abuse, it was mental abuse. Like my perpetrator said that if I ever told my mother what was going on, that she would die. Who says that to a child? You know, it was horrible. Anyways, the thing my best friend said to me, so I told him just like headliner, like, by the way, my issues are sexual abuse. That's basically what I told him. Anyways, and what he said that night was, I wish you had never told me. And that gave a face and like a slogan to the shame that marches around in my mind, you know? And so that has been really, I have been giving that part of my life, it needs to be worked through, don't get me wrong, therapy, everything. But in my mind, my perception of that part of my life has been taking up much more room and much more attention and much more weight in my decision making than it deserves. Like this 10% is what life happens to you. I can't do anything about that. I can't go to the past and change that. I can't, even if I wanted to banish my abusers to the ends of the world, I couldn't do it because that's not true. And some of my perpetrators were children, young people themselves, and didn't know better. Like, I have compassion for that, and I can't, and those doing mean things or getting revenge doesn't change the fact that it happened. And it doesn't change or give me satisfaction or like healing at all. Anyways, I'm blabbering. But so this 10%, so I want to apportion my life to 10% of that's what happened in my past. I can't do anything about it, but I can do something about the 90% of how I react to it. And I get the chance to react. And I am so grateful for this idea, this live in the 90%, like DDP says, because it gives me a new lease on life, It teaches me I'm no longer a victim. Like the abuse that I've been perpetrating on myself. So oftentimes when you're in therapy or whatever, you'll learn this principle that the victims of childhood abuse, or abuse in general, will lose their self-esteem, their self-worth, everything, to the point where when the abuser's gone and removed from the situation, the victim will pick up where they left off in a different format, in a different way of harming themselves. And I've been harming myself with food for decades, as a way of not dealing with the pain and not dealing with learning new coping mechanisms. I've just been perpetuating the self-hatred and the disrespect and the worthlessness that was taught to me through those years. And I am so grateful because this DDP thing is not just about yoga, but it's about my mental health. I am choosing today to have self-respect for me and to have some self-love and to say, no, I'm not going to abuse myself. I don't have to pick up where you left off. I really feel like there's a change in the air. Yeah? Do you feel it? Anyways, so next week DDP has challenged us, or challenged me, I'll just take it personally, it's challenged me to look into their nutrition plan, which is basically like whole foods, no GMOs, eat healthy things, you know how food plans go. Anyway, so to look into those and pull out some recipes and try them out, and then also watch another documentary on Netflix about healthy eating. And so I'm going to do those, but I am going to continue to read his book because I'm learning a lot of truths there, and they are coupling with what I believe religiously and about God, and just that I am loved and that you're loved and my perpetrators were loved. Oh no, not were, are loved. So that's healing in itself, because I really do, I do believe it, that we are loved and we're worthy of that love, and we all deserve a life that we love. Anyways, thanks for listening, peeps.